I'm Tom Tow, I'm the dedicated football officer for Crewe and Macclesfield FC. So I started doing this role in January of this year, but I've been a operational football officer for about 6 seasons now for Crewe, but then started doing it full time in January. I think it's the best role in the force in terms of the amount of different things that you can see. There isn't many places in the country I now haven't been to in terms of the travel that you get with it. This role's amazing. Every other week getting to come to Crewe, and in terms of getting to know the fans, getting to know everybody that works here, it's a really nice club. It's actually just a really nice community-based role really. In terms of the makeup of how our force looks, so we've got 2 dedicated football officers, myself and Alex Staples. So myself and Alex both look after 2 clubs. So we have Crewe, and then we've got Warrington Town, Macclesfield and Cheshire that are non-league. From looking from the outside in, it would have just appeared that it kind of wouldn't take long to plan, but these things take a long time to make sure everybody's in the right place, make sure all the logistics are right. It does sometimes take a long time depending on the categorisation of the fixture. We do sometimes designate the pubs in home-only pubs and away-only pubs. So that phase 1 really kind of sets a tone for the rest of the day in terms of how many potential risks we're getting with that away fans. As the maximum allocation in Crewe is 2,400, but this stand holds 1,649. So depending on how many away fans, it kind of then dictates on that policing operation. They've got some really good CCTV in Crewe, covers every single stand, and in terms of any issues they can zoom in on it. I try and work in between being outside and coming in here, so what I'll usually have is having the spotters in some of the corners so they can obviously identify any of the supporters who they know of, so anything that we would classify as risk supporters, any of those that are likely to cause ASB or disorder. So at Crewe we've got quite a good natural segregation line in terms of splitting the home and away, but what we might have a look at on a match day is having a line of stewards on the stairwell and then putting some officers in between it who can then deal with any offences there. After we would finish our phase 2 operation, which is the operation inside the stadium, we'd then move to what we would class as phase 3, which is anything on the footprint outside of the stadium. Our issues in phase 3 are making sure that the 2 contingents of fans don't get together, so making sure actually that the away and the home don't get together in terms of preventing any spontaneous disorder between the two sets of fans. The vast majority of the time we're looking at safely ensuring that the away fans get away, be that on the coach, private vehicle or on the train. Albeit the football season does end in sort of May, April, that isn't kind of the end of the season for myself. Certainly every 2 years we either have a Euros or a World Cup to prepare for. This time round, starting in June, we've got the Euros. We're having a look at our own internal operation to that, how we support the local policing units when England are playing and their different fixtures, as well as offering advice to, there's a lot of travelling Alex contingent, so there's around 100 Crewe Alex fans that are travelling out. So it's just for us ensuring as well that we can get the right communication out to those that are travelling from our local clubs to make sure they're going to be as safe as possible when they go to Germany.